The rain drummed against the windshield in a rhythm that matched Sarah's heartbeat, fast, irregular, panicked. She sat frozen in the hospital parking lot, her phone still pressed against her ear even though the call had ended 3 minutes ago. Stage 3. Aggressive treatment starting immediately. 6 months, maybe 12 if they were lucky. Her mother's oncologist had delivered the words with practiced compassion, but they landed like stones in Sarah's chest, each one heavier than the last. Her phone buzzed. A text from Jennifer, her closest friend since college. The preview flashed across the screen. "Stay positive, everything happens for a reason. Your mom is a fighter and—" Sarah's thumb hovered over the message, but she couldn't bring herself to open it. Something about those words felt like a door slamming shut, like being told to smile while drowning. She needed to scream, to sob, to let the terror consuming her have a voice. Instead, she found herself typing back, "Thanks. You're right. Staying hopeful." 3 cheerful emojis followed, little yellow masks hiding the woman falling apart behind them. This moment, this suffocating disconnect between what she felt and what she was expected to feel, captured something insidious woven throughout modern culture. Toxic positivity operates as emotional avoidance disguised as encouragement, a well-intentioned poison that tells us our pain is somehow wrong, that we should simply choose happiness as if emotions were items on a menu. It differs fundamentally from genuine optimism, which acknowledges difficulty while maintaining hope. Toxic positivity doesn't understand emotions. It shuts them down, treating sadness as a character flaw rather than a natural human response to loss and fear. Understanding why humans gravitate toward this harmful pattern requires examining the psychological mechanisms driving it. Our brains evolved to avoid discomfort, constantly scanning for threats and seeking safety. When confronted with someone else's pain, or our own, the nervous system activates its alarm response. Toxic positivity offers a quick exit from this discomfort, a way to bypass the vulnerability that authentic emotion demands. It provides an illusion of control in situations where control doesn't exist, allowing us to believe that positive thinking alone can prevent tragedy. This conditioning often begins in childhood. Many people grew up in environments where negative emotions were dismissed or punished. A crying child told to stop being dramatic, a teenager's anxiety labeled as attention-seeking, a young adult's grief met with impatience. These experiences teach us that certain feelings are unacceptable, that we must perform happiness to maintain relationships and social standing. The message becomes internalized. Sadness equals weakness, fear equals failure, anger equals toxicity. Modern social media culture amplifies this phenomenon exponentially. Platforms overflow with curated perfection. Inspirational quotes superimposed over sunset photographs, influencers radiating perpetual joy. The algorithm rewards positivity and punishes vulnerability, creating echo chambers where admitting struggle feels like confessing sin. The phrase "good vibes" only becomes a mantra, a badge of spiritual superiority that treats sadness as personal failure rather than universal experience. We don't reject sadness because it's morally wrong. We reject it because sitting with discomfort feels unbearable in a culture that promises happiness is always one mindset shift away. The hidden damage reveals itself in countless lives. Marcus, a high school English teacher, spent 2 years forcing himself to smile through mounting panic attacks. Each morning, he repeated affirmations in the mirror, convinced that positive thinking would cure his burnout. Instead, the suppressed emotions intensified, erupting in unexpected ways, snapping at students over minor infractions, lying awake at night with his heart racing, avoiding friends because maintaining the cheerful facade exhausted him completely. Research demonstrates that emotional suppression doesn't eliminate feelings, it amplifies them, creating a pressure cooker effect where denied emotions gain power in darkness. Marcus developed heightened anxiety, his body keeping score of every unfelt feeling. Shame compounded the struggle. He felt ungrateful for struggling when he had a stable job, health insurance, a loving partner. His emotional regulation skills atrophied from disuse, leaving him increasingly unable to navigate normal stress. Most painfully, he experienced profound loneliness. Surrounded by people, but unable to share his authentic struggles, trapped behind a mask of forced positivity that grew heavier each day. The antidote lies in emotional validation, a framework that reframes feelings not as weaknesses, but as important signals from our internal guidance system. This approach involves three simple steps. First, name the emotion without judgment, observing it as you would weather. I notice I'm feeling afraid rather than I shouldn't be afraid. Second, allow the emotion space to exist without immediately trying to fix or change it, breathing into the discomfort rather than fleeing from it. Third, respond wisely rather than reactively, making choices from a place of awareness rather than avoidance. The contrast between healthy and toxic positivity becomes clear through parallel scenarios. When someone shares pain, healthy positivity acknowledges, "This hurts and I'm here with you," while toxic positivity deflects with, "At least it could be worse." Healthy positivity validates, "Your feelings make sense given what you're experiencing," while toxic positivity insists, "Just think positive thoughts." Healthy positivity offers space, "Take the time you need," while toxic positivity demands, "Move on already." Sarah's transformation began when she stopped fighting her grief. She allowed herself to cry in the grocery store, to cancel plans without elaborate excuses, to tell Jennifer honestly that platitudes weren't helping. She discovered that honoring her fear didn't make it grow. It made it manageable. Real healing emerged not from forcing happiness, but from allowing emotions to move through her like weather systems, acknowledged and felt and released rather than fought or denied. Emotional authenticity created stronger resilience than manufactured positivity ever could.